Hey, dolls and kings.
Come on, let's get on this hay together. Same time, hey. Come on, can we do this?
Okay, what? Glamdoll and we're coming at you today with a frontal tutorial on this beautiful lady right here. So stay tuned in this video.
So in this part of the video, I'm recording from the front to show you how we lay the frontal down on the head to make sure that it's adjusted properly and to make sure that when we cut it that it fits correctly onto the head so that it won't be too small or so that it won't be too big. So right now I'm just adjusting the frontal at the ears from ear to ear to make sure everything is even on both sides. And I'm looking at the front. It really doesn't matter how the front laying because as long as the back flat, that's all that matter. But I'm looking at the front to make sure not too much lace is on her forehead. Look at that face, honey. She's focused. She's focused. All in there. Okay, I'm about to take a T-pan and I'm about to put the T-pan where behind the ear onto the frontal, but behind the ear, so that we can make sure when we start sewing it don't move. And boom, it's in there. Okay, make sure you do not poke your client or your model, whatever. And right here we have the frontal clamped down out the way so that when we start sewing that the hair will not be in our way. And I'm just taking the thread, adjusting the length that I need, and I'm about to start sewing. And I just wanted to show you all how it looked at the front of the head. So I'm going to go off camera and start sewing, and I'm just going to speed this part up. So enjoy the music. So I readjust the camera to the back angle to show you all how I'm sewing at the back. Everything is flat, and I don't use any special methods when I'm sewing. I just go on a loop. So I'm just going to speed up this process, and when I need to come back in, I'll let you know what I'm doing. Child, it's a different day. So now that I have the frontal transfer on the dome head, and I'm just showing you how closely I have the threads sewn together on both sides, how the finished product looked. And boom, that's it. So now I'm about to show you all how I place my tracks on the dome cap. And I'm going to take a T-pin so that it can be adjusted. That way I do this because I do not like when the tracks moves, so I put T-pins on the end of the track. Just like I did with the end of the frontal, I just put the T-pins on the end of the track so that it won't move, because if you don't do that, it will move. Say for instance, if you start to sew and you put you sew higher, it'll make the track go up. So that's why I use T-pins to keep it in place. I'm just going to pin that one down, and then I'm going to pin one in the middle. And I'm just showing you how it's laying. And now I'm taking one for the middle part. And then I'm going to get my thread, boo-boo. Taking my thread off. Just the length that I need. And I'm about to get ready to cut it. Be patient with me, y'all. Be patient with your girl. She ain't got it all together. She trying. She trying. This is very time consuming, y'all. Oh my. Like, I'm seeing other people's videos and I'm like, okay. Well, right now I'm tying it in a knot. I do this so that when I start to sew, the thread, oh my God, I said the track. The thread will stay into place and it don't come out, don't slip out. So I just double tie, pulling it, making sure it's secure. Y'all see that knot? Okay, now I'm about to start sewing my tracks on. You see the T-pin sticking out? I'm just sewing it in. And like I told y'all previously, I don't use a certain type of method. I just go in a loop and I just do the same thing repeatedly over and over and over until your girl done. And I do, once I'm done, I will go back and I put the thread through what's already sewn on, so that in a line, then I tie it in a knot. That way it's all secure. But I'm just going to do this throughout the whole video. And so that it won't get boring for y'all, I am going to speed up this process so y'all just don't go to sleep on me or click off my video. I'm going to speed up for y'all, okay? So bear with me. So I'm just showing y'all a little how I do it. I'm just going in the pattern, you see? You see. You get the picture. You get the message. Right here, I'm just about to show you how do I do my flip over method, and I do double my tracks because I'm using 2 bundles and a frontal, and I want everything to fit on here. So I'm using the flip over method right now, and as I did in the previous part of the video, I'm just taking the T-pins and I'm putting it at the end of the track to make sure everything is going to lay even and flat. And the T-pins, you use T-pins so that your tracks or your frontal or your closure do not move, and it just stay into place and it lay flat, because you want everything to lay flat as possible. Even though you're wearing a wig, boo-boo, you don't want them to know that it's a wig. You want it to look as natural as possible. You want these tracks to lay as flat as possible. So now I'm at the top of the head, and I'm just going to single weft the tracks from here. And I'm using the same method like I always use with the T-pins to hold the track in place. And I'm just going to pin it down, and once I pin it down, I'm going to start sewing from there.
We want you to
tell us what y'all think about it.
How you feel about this look here? Give them face, boo. Give them face.
Y'all subscribe and hit that button, and tell us what y'all like. You know, more ideas, things, so we can bring y'all. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep y'all entertained, so y'all can come back for this mother and daughter thing. You know?
Yeah. So y'all see how we operate on this mother and daughter boat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
We gonna keep y'all hyped. We got some more good stuff coming in, you know.
Just let us know what y'all want to see. Make sure y'all do that. Comment, subscribe, support your girl.
Come on, bring it in, bring it in.
Give us the love. We need that. We need it.
Yeah. All right.
Ready.
Peace out.